Kind of. Say 80s and all sorts of stuff on there. Hiya! Full. Yes, I did catch it. Hello everybody. If you've not been here before, welcome, and to the rest of you, welcome back to the Thin Brown Line Airsoft YouTube channel. I'm Mark, or Sherman. Hello. Those of you who follow my channel, it may not have escaped your notice that there was no video last week. Yeah, last week. I've been extremely busy with several interesting different little things. And my kids have been ill and stuff like that, and I'm a father first and foremost, so unfortunately Airsoft had to wait. But I'm back this week with a review of a gun synonymous with pretty much any film based in the 90s, involving British Special Forces, or involving bad guys. So pretty much every action film ever made. Welcome to the party, pal! It is the MP5A4. Or MP5. This is actually friends of mine's and a teammate's, Chris, or Man of Glass. He's going to slap me now for calling him that again. He was actually given it by his brother, who has sadly had to stop playing Airsoft for other reasons. But it's this one. This is actually the Jing Gong. Jing Gong, I can't remember the exact name of it. It's the M5A4JG070MG. Or 070MG. I had to do some research because Chris, when he dropped it round, he wasn't sure of the brand. And there's no markings on it other than other than obviously all the selector info, and right there is a serial number, which means squat. So I've had to do some research, and I finally managed to track down it does happen to be the Jing Gong one, or it is the very, I'm almost 100% certain it's the Jing Gong, because there's no other one that I can find on any website that matches some of the features of this exactly. So we shall start from the back. At the back there is a full stock. You can, and I've seen it easily done, take this full stock off and swap it for the more noticeable sliding stock. I'm not particularly a fan of this full stock because it's non-adjustable, and yeah, but it does mean that unlike a lot of airsoft guns, you do get quite a large battery space. And yes, it has got a fuse box and a small to mere connector, but inside there you could probably fit, and I ain't got one with me here to test, but you could probably fit, I've got some 2200 milliamp hour nickel metal hydroid batteries, which are basically a house brick, and you could probably fit one of them in there. But these are recommended for usage on a 7.4 LiPo, obviously with a mini to mere connector. The butt plate itself, it's got a decent, I can actually peel it off, haha. It's got a decent thickness rubberized butt pad on it. Just put all that back on, and it goes on and off fairly easily, as you can see. You just put it back on, push up, job done. It's not going anywhere. Staying at the back, it's got a nice plastic framed, but the actual bit that your sling attaches to is metal. Sling point, I say that bit's metal, the rest of it is polymer, and obviously the stock is polymer as well. This, oh yeah, I'll carry on in a minute, but this MP5 is primarily polymer. 90% of the externals are all plastic or polymer, whatever you want to call it, but it's fairly solid polymer. Now, certain bits are metal, and one of which I would have to tell you, if you do choose to buy one of these, the old HK slap and release, I wouldn't suggest doing it too often, because this upper section here, well, in fact 90% of the body of the gun, like I said, is all plastic, but the spring in this fake charging handle is quite strong, and the charging handle in the bit it's attached to is all metal. And obviously, if you do sling forward and it charges forward every time, it's going to be smacking into a little bit of plastic all the time, and eventually you're just going to grenade it out the front. So be careful. This is a pretty much fully ambidextrous gun itself. As you can see on the left hand side, as you hold it to your body, you've got safe, semi, full, as denoted by a white bullet with a cross through it, a single red bullet, and a row of red bullets up here. And that is on both sides. Bosh, bosh, bosh. Put that back on safe, even though there's no battery in it. It's got your normal MP5 mag release, which is that paddle there. That is metal, and it's got a metal pin going through it. So is the button mag release here. I don't know how well you're going to see that on camera. Just above my finger, you push that through and it pushes through there. So you've got mag release. I mean, you need quite long fingers, but you've got mag release on the right hand side if you really want to, and you've got the push forward mag release there. So it's fairly easy. Obviously it takes standard and high cap MP5 magazines. You probably saw it before when I showed you the little serial number, but it's got a magwell sling point there as well. Again, that is metal. The sights on this, the rear sights are plastic with some metal parts, i.e. the screws and the bits actually mounting it to the gun. The screws are, I don't remember. That's it. That screw is for windage, and obviously the barrel spins round for apertures. And then that back screw is what actually holds it to the GNU, or gun. And it actually does help to fasten it down as well. Moving forward again, I don't know if it's just Jing Gong who do this, but it does appear factory. I've had it apart, but there is a small rail section on the front. And I know it may look daft to some of you. It looks like it's slightly angled, but that is because the gun's got some funny angles, and that still makes it point forward properly. Now, the front handguard does come off. Now, some of you who've got other brands of these will know this is normally where your battery would go, and Spectre will tell you it's a pig to get it between that and that. And he's only got, well, originally he ran a little 8.4 nickel metal hydroid batteries in it, and they aren't the biggest thing on the planet, but they were still a pig to get in. Narrow runs lipos, which are still a pig to get in, and it is a sod to keep putting it back on again, because you have to get everything lined up just right and then slide it forwards. Put it back in. There we go, and that's back in again. Slide forward, back forwards. This rail section as well, like the way that's been put on, is polymer, but the Allen key bolts that are in it, so if you really want to take it off, are metal. The front sight post housing bit that goes all the way around here, obviously both sides, is all metal, and so is the added sling point in the front. That's all metal. Like that. It's got the larger flash hider on it, but you can remove that off this one. On this, you may or may not see, there we go, I'll pop that off. It's got like a switch on it. Now, as you can see, this used to be a bright orange one for the non-EU or non-UK. I'm not sure which European countries require you to have an orange tip on the gun, but you open the clip like that, you put it back onto the normal MP5 style flash hider, and it clicks in place and doesn't come off. But if you want it off, like I say, you just do exactly what I've just done in reverse, and it pops back off, and you've got your standard looking MP5. But as he supplied it with this, I shall keep it on for now. Oh, he says. In, down, on. Right, there we go. Right. Now, the gearbox in this is a V3 metal gearbox. So, those of you that know will know you undo these two screws here and you can get to the motor. As you can tell, it's not a quick change spring, because for it to be a quick change spring, you'd need to take out this pin here, which is screwed in, pull this hole back off, then you can get to the back, but you can't because it's all moulded in the back. I know, because how it takes down is very similar to Spectre's MP5, which you'll see if you scroll back. I'll put it in the description below as well. Onto the specs of this, I've got to double check because I did have it all. This particular one was actually tested firing around about 340 FPS on a 7.4 LiPo battery. Pretty good. 340. But, oh yes, before I forget, yes. The hop on this is located same place I think the 90% of MP5s are actually shown, which is just there. I'll probably see if I can get a close-up picture for you so it's got a better colour. But it's just here. Literally just slides backwards and forwards next to that. So if you're a fan of keep sliding that back, you might catch your hop adjuster. Yeah. From the out of the box, these are supplied with a 200 round high cap MP5 magazine. You can get high cap ones, but the higher cap ones, but they tend to be like your dual mags side by side. But yeah, it's not a bad little gun. Weighs in at, so it's about 1700 grams, which is just about £2 in metric. One of them. That one, I keep forgetting, but he's about £2 in weight. Now these do retail about, they are deemed as beginner guns. They come in at around about £100 in British pounds, obviously, before delivery or any additionals that you pop on. But it's not a bad little gun. I mean, let's take this horrible thing back off again. I don't like this at all. I would not keep it on. There we go. The inner barrel does come to the end of this correct flash hider, which is actually metal as well. And it is a 6.05mm inner barrel, so there's room for improvement easily. I can't even get this horrible thing back on there. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, so it's not the most expensive airsoft gun on the planet. I mean, with the full stock on it, does make it a bit more lengthy for stuff like CQB and stuff like that, but still perfectly viable for it. I mean, it's still shorter than most M4s, a lot of shotguns, unless you've got mine with no stock on it. Obviously it's longer than pistols and the likes of your ARP9s and your 5.56s, but it's still perfectly doable for CQB and outside alike. I mean, I know this has been skirmished a fair bit actually, where we usually, I learned to speak English before I carry on, shall I? Where we usually play, and he used to use a Dumbo mag, you know, one with a two big either side of it, two big round bits either side of it. He used to run one with that and basically run it as an LMG. This is his brother, not him. So I know it's been skirmished and it's pretty effective outdoors. Not a bad little shooter. That's about it actually. There's not a great deal more. Like I say, I mean, it's an MP5. Everybody's seen an MP5. Sorry, it's an MP5A4 because it's got the full stock on it. Oh well. But yes, that is it for now on that one. I have got some new things coming fairly soon. I've been building some projects. One of them, which you know about, is the SAWTF 2.0. I'm waiting on some parts coming for that, so I can continue with that. Some of you may have seen, if you are members of the Airsoft Heretics group on Facebook, you will have seen one that is nearing completion, that, judging by the response I got, a lot of people are waiting for the video on that one. I'm going to see if I can get that completed this week and hopefully get a video up of that towards the end of the week, next weekend time. Not a great deal more other than that. We will be playing Airsoft at Skirmish at Budby in, where are we going, the 20-something, towards the end of the month, 21st, 20th, I think, of the month at Skirmish Budby. So that will be our next game day. So those of you who are local, come on down and have a game with us. Other than that, I think that's about it. So, yeah, thanks for watching.